Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I'm going to follow up on a video I made last week about a lawsuit that was going on in California where Meta and Google were being sued. And I also think, if I remember, I made a similar video about another lawsuit along similar grounds where social media platforms were being sued. And like the first case, this one was successful for the plaintiffs. A Los Angeles jury on Wednesday found Meta and I guess it's Alphabet's, whatever that is, Google negligent for designing social media platforms that are harmful to young people in a $6 million verdict that will serve as a bellwether for numerous similar cases. The jury found Meta liable for $4.2 million and Google for $1.8 million, small amounts for two of the world's most valuable companies with annual capital spending over $100 billion. Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this is like a tiny drop in the ocean for these social media platforms. But you see, the real value is when they get hit with either a class action or multiple lawsuits all over the country, okay? That can start to hurt, okay? And if they're constantly being dragged in court, they're going to spend an absolute fortune in legal fees and all of this stuff. So this is an important case, as was the other one. The case involves a 20-year-old woman, a minor when the case began, who is known in court by her first name, Kaylee. She had become addicted to Google's YouTube and Meta's Instagram at a young age because of their attention-grabbing design, such as the infinite scroll that encourages users to keep looking at new posts. Tell me you haven't been on Facebook and it's like one interesting post after the other. I can see how this, especially with a young person, could be a serious problem. Today's verdict is a referendum from a jury to an entire industry that accountability has arrived. The plaintiff's lead counsel said in a statement, "You better believe it, accountability has arrived." I think this law firm is going to be very busy for the next several years, filing lawsuits probably all over the country. Meta and Google disagree with the verdict and plan to appeal. Yeah, I bet they do. This is interesting. Snap and TikTok were also defendants in the trial. Both settled with the plaintiff before it began. Terms of the agreement were not disclosed. Yeah, you know what? They weren't willing to take the risk. This is a problem for Meta and for Google. So I'd be interested to hear what you have to think about this. I'll put a link to the article in the description for the video so you can read it all for yourself. But what are your thoughts on this? Should we be able to sue these guys, these huge tech companies? And I don't think there's any dispute that their technology is designed to keep us using it for as long as possible, because obviously they're selling advertising on it. So the longer we look at it, the more time we spend looking at advertising. I mean, I remember when Facebook, was relatively young and we didn't see all this advertising. Now, and I don't know if you've noticed, for instance, if I'm having a discussion with my wife, I need a new pair of boots, or I need a new pair of that. I go on Facebook, boom, I'm hit with all this advertising. It is listening to me. It's not as if it's listening to me. It's definitely listening to me. And if you do a search on Google, right, you go on Facebook, this stuff is watching us. And it reminds me of that movie, I think it was Minority Report with Tom Cruise, and he has to get his eyes changed because he's being, pursued by the police, and he's walking through a mall, and this thing sort of flashes his eyes and says, "Oh, Mr. Yamaguchi, how are you today?" Right? I mean, he's being followed. And it's all in the name of advertising and generating money. So I'm interested to hear what you think about this. Are you seeing this in your family, right? Is there anything else in your family that's going on that we might be able to help you with? If there is, we'd like to talk to you. And if there's an issue going on in your family and I haven't made a video about it, let me know. I'll make you a video because, well, if it's affecting your family, it's probably affecting somebody else's. And these videos are about giving you the information you need. And with regards to Google is probably the last place you should be getting legal advice from. Google and ChatGPT apparently now have become lawyers. And I can't tell you how much garbage I'm seeing on there, okay? Because we get calls from people saying, "Oh, I checked on ChatGPT. I think you're wrong." Listen, I'm not right all of the time, but I am right most of the time based on 32 years of practicing law and literally speaking to thousands of families over the years. So if you want the information, and let me know. I'll make you a video, okay, based on real world cases. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. It does help. And if you want more of this content that I make every day for you, please subscribe to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.